Thank you. Hey everyone, Meteorologist Addison Green here at KHOU, where we are monitoring the severe weather potential across our area, where we are dealing with that potential for some possible tornadoes. Hence, a tornado watch is up in effect through 3 o'clock. We've been talking about this all morning long since H-Town rush, and we have seen our first round of thunderstorms move through earlier on in the day, roughly around 8 to 9 o'clock or so. And now we're starting to see the next round come in across the picture as we look across, say, northern sections of our viewing area, where we do have our first tornado warning of the day. We have this tornado warning up in effect until 1:15 Central Time. This is for Polk and San Jacinto County right there. It was moving across from the Shepherd, just roughly 9 miles south of Cleveland, heading to a northeasterly direction at about 30 to 35 miles per hour. We did see some small amount of rotation with this severe thunderstorm warning thunderstorm, as well as the possibility of it showing maybe dropping down that funnel cloud, which if it came all the way down to the ground, you would have that tornado. But the rotation is looking very broad right here. But the green, that's winds going towards the radar dish, which is down in towards the southern areas, and the red is pushing away from the radar dish. Notice you don't have too much of a tight circulation until that most recent scan right there did pop up just along Highway 146. So if you're in this vicinity into the north and east, just be on the lookout with this tornado warned thunderstorm coming towards your vicinity. You want to make sure you seek shelter, and you make sure you find your way in towards the lower level of your home. Put as many walls around you as possible, such as a closet or a bathroom, perhaps, all interior portions of your home. If you have a storm shelter, that's a great place to go, and that way you can avoid the possibility of anything being picked up by the thunderstorm and throwing it around. Whether it produces a tornado or not, even those strong wind gusts could possibly pick up loose debris, loose articles outside, and throw it around very easily. Down across our areas towards the Matagorda County area, we are also talking about near El Campo, a severe thunderstorm warning for this cell right here, riding right along Highway 59 towards El Campo, going towards the Wharton area. Did have reports coming on in the possibility of picking up some quarter-sized hailstones, and we can see that hail path marching right across the El Campo area. It does look too impressive, as that storm possibly showing signs of weakening from the past radar scan or so, but nonetheless, we're keeping our eyes on that cell, as well as the Storm Prediction Center, where they just said that they canceled that tornado warning for Polk and San Jacinto County, so the rotation was not looking that impressive. They decided that they weren't seeing anything on their end, so they canceled the warning. So that's some good news right there for anybody in that vicinity. Nonetheless, the threat still continues across our area for much of the day today, with the Storm Prediction Center having us underneath the watch right here. I should say the outlook. The orange is enhanced risk for severe weather. That's a 3 out of 5. The yellow, that's a slight risk, and that has been extended further southward towards Victoria. Towards the green, that's a marginal risk. That's a 1 out of 5, and that's where you have less of a threat for seeing those strong thunderstorms. But nonetheless, these storms are firing on up to our south and west and making their way to a northeasterly direction, with the possibility of bringing around some golf ball sized hailstones, kind of like what we saw across our northern counties like the Woodlands area, Spring area yesterday. Wind gusts 50, 60 plus miles per hour, and there is that small chance, roughly 2% chance, for picking up some possible tornadic activity. Roughly around 3 o'clock or so, we can still see some activity across our vicinity, right around the Loop area, south and to the east. Also a little bit to the north and east as well. But to the west, going from Katy and westward along I-10, the activity should be done for you guys. Those storms will continue to make their way eastward and weaken over time for some areas, although this looks like a very threatening thunderstorm cell right there, possibly a little Boeing segment going right along I-10 towards Lake Charles. But that'll be out of our vicinity, pushing to the east, where there is the potential across the southeast, like last Sunday, Easter Sunday, where they had a severe weather outbreak. Yeah, that potential is out there across the southeast for this Sunday as well, as another powerful storm system is setting up shop for the capability of producing some possible tornadic activity. Here's a look at your extended 7-day forecast, where once we get past this stormy Sunday today, we're going to be seeing high pressure move on in for Monday and Tuesday's time frame, even portions of Wednesday as well, until the next system comes our way by Wednesday afternoon. Right now, the Storm Prediction Center does have a concern for the chance for picking up some severe weather for our neck of the woods, so we'll keep our eyes on that. High pressure moves on in for Thursday and for Friday, where temperatures will continue to rise. Let me go ahead and get back to the beginning of the show, where just in case anybody was joining us a little bit after we jumped onto live, we'll bring you up to speed with what's going on right here across southeastern Texas. So the tornado watch It's up in effect through 3 o'clock all across our viewing area. Any county that's highlighted in yellow, that's where there's a potential for seeing thunderstorms with the capability of producing a tornado. And the tornado warning that we were talking about in Polk, San Jacinto County, has been allowed to expire. It was this cell right here. Let me try drawing it for you. It was that cell right there that showed some signs of rotation, but the rotation has weakened and has faded away, so much so that the National Weather Service is no longer thinking it will have the capability of producing a funnel cloud, thereby hitting to the ground, being a tornado. And there's that broad rotation right there across areas just north and east of Highway 146, where we were monitoring that potential, but it fell apart during the earlier portion of this broadcast. But further down to the south and west we go, southwest of Sugar Land, all the way down towards El Campo, where they're seeing some heavy rain coming down, possibly some large hailstones and frequent lightning strikes as well. This storm system is underneath a severe thunderstorm warning till 1:30 or so. So we'll keep our eyes on that one as we go through the next about 38 minutes or so, as it slowly makes its way throughout portions of the southwestern sections of the viewing area. There is that little bit of hail coming on down across the area. Let me see if I can zoom on down across that way. You can see that the path of the hail, where if I go ahead and pause this at the most recent scan, we can see how much hail potentially could be coming on down, or did come down for those areas that already had the storm pass by. Hail sizes near Louise, for instance, 1.3. That's roughly the size of a quarter or so, just a little bit bigger. Another location that we did see the possibility of picking up some large hailstones, that's about 1 inch, just shy of a quarter, just south and east of Louise. And near El Campo, we are seeing just some small possibility of some pea-sized hail over that way. Whoops, that's the road. Let me try just south of that way. Yeah, hail size around 3/4 of an inch. So nothing huge, but nonetheless, if you're in that area and you have any property, you have your vehicle outside, of course, you may be seeing it possibly impacted by those hailstones coming on down across that vicinity. Severe thunderstorm threat will be out there for the rest of the day today. On a scale of 1 to 5, we have a 3 right there, an enhanced region of a severe weather potential across from Harris County, north and east, where the conditions right above the banner right here are even more dire. That's a 4 to 5. That's a moderate risk for some areas that were hit hard last Sunday, Easter Sunday, of that severe weather outbreak. And you can see right there the thunderstorms will be making their way through the region as we go past the lunchtime hour through the early afternoon hours, pushing on in from a southerly direction, heading northward, as we're going to watch a frontal boundary slide to the east. It's going to help to squeeze out some of that moisture, and we'll get the chance for drying things up and warm up later on this afternoon. But it won't be until we get this activity out of the picture. We'll head up to areas across the southeast. You can see all that action spewing on in across the Gulf Coast states, where they could be dealing with the potential of another severe weather outbreak for that area. Here's a look at your extended 7-day forecast, and we'll keep our eyes on the forecast right here at KHOU. And if you want to grab our mobile app, you can go ahead and download it in the App Store. That will give you the chance for getting push notifications whenever we talk about the weather possibly impacting your area. And also follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. You get those notifications when we go live with the latest information you may need to know to keep your friends and family safe and sound. Meteorologist Addison Green signing off.